Welcome Grizzly families and athletes to the 2021 National Signing Day. My name is Brad Edmonds and I am the principal of Central High School East Campus. It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to this virtual signing day. This past year has been very different for everyone, but especially for our athletes and coaches who are used to training, practicing, and competing at high levels. But we are here today to celebrate these remarkable athletes who have persevered through many different challenges, from late practices to cramming for tests and just the day-to-day trials of being a teenager. Today is a special day that recognizes the perseverance, commitment, and dedication not only for these athletes, but for their coaches and their families, who have all supported them in this journey to get to this monumental milestone in their lives.
Greetings, Grizzlies. I'm Dave Holterman. I'm the principal at Central High School West Campus. And we also want to say that we're very fortunate to be in a district where we have leadership that understands the importance of co-curricular activities, including our athletic department. Your presence at our sites and on the field is a constant reminder of your support for our students and athletes. This starts with our superintendent, Andrew G. Alvarado. Thank you for your support and for always being visible at your high school events. Also, thank you to Assistant Superintendent of Educational Services, Ketty Davis, Assistant Superintendent of Human Resources, Mr. Jack Collegian, Assistant Superintendent and our Chief Business Officer, Steve McLean, and Area Administrators, Tammy Boatwright and Jeff Garrett. Thank you for all the work that you put in for our athletic programs. We really appreciate that. Thank you to all of our teachers, our counselors, our support staff, our assistant coaches and athletic trainers for your guidance and coaching, advice, rehabilitation, transcript requests, and all of the connections that you've built with these special student athletes.
To our families, welcome and congratulations. Your expectations for your child is a major reason he or she is sitting here today. You have fostered an environment and supported the need for your child to achieve their dreams and set them up for the next chapter of their lives. As the principal of Central High School, and on behalf of the staff, I want to congratulate all of the families here this afternoon. Now to the students. We are proud and excited to have you here today. Let us be the first to congratulate you for your hard work and dedication. This day is earned, and do not ever forget what led you to this day. Use it as motivation to finish the journey in the classroom, on the field, and most importantly in life. As you move on to the next chapter of your life, remember, always strive to be your best in everything that you do.
Congratulations once again to you, your families, and the schools you'll be attending. Never lose the fire and drive that got you here and to this moment. And never forget, once a Grizzly, always a Grizzly. You and everyone seeing this presentation knows that you will always bleed orange and black. Thank you again and enjoy the program. At this time, I'd like to introduce Central High School Athletic Director, Ray Hightower.
Thank you, Mr. Edmonds and Mr. Holterman. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Ray Hightower and I'm the Athletic Director for Central High School. I'm so excited to be with you today to celebrate this milestone for our athletes by signing their letter of intent to continue their sport at the college level. Today marks a total of 95 athletes and millions of dollars in the past 6 years on athletic scholarships at Central High School. Our students are graduating with degrees and, more importantly, coming back to Central to coach, teach, volunteer, and give back to their community. This day is better than any state championship, valley championship, league game, preseason game, because it gives us an opportunity to reflect on the journey that these athletes have traveled to sit at this table. Normally, we would be in the Performing Arts Center at East Campus, celebrating with family and friends, but due to the pandemic and this event will look a little bit differently. But wherever you are, we want you to lean in and celebrate with us as we highlight the accomplishments of each of these athletes signing today. Before I continue, I want to thank a few people, starting with our coaches that will be with us today. Our cross-country coach, Coach Christy Johnson, our girls soccer coach, Alex Stengby, our track and field coaches, Coach Gary Davis, Reggie Jackson, and James McEwen, and our football coach, Coach Kyle Biggs. I want to thank all of our assistant coaches. Thank you for the time and energy that you poured into our kids. You know, a lot of times our coaches are with our athletes more than when they're with their own families. And because of that, we want to say thank you. In addition, I want to thank our athletic department led by Darren Pittman, Debbie Manata, and Denise Chow. Our athletic training and sports medicine program led by Courtney Avery and Brian Rand. Our equipment specialist department led by Steve Craig and Chinook Anderson. Thank you for all you guys do behind the scenes to support our athletic programs and our student athletes. Lastly, I want to thank our NC2A coordinators led by Shamika Conway and our registrar Judy Stagnoli, all of our counselors, teachers, administrators, staff, and parents. Thank you for the support of our student athletes and going above and beyond to ensure their success on the field, court, and in the classroom. To our parents, thank you for taking our athletes to all the practices, all the tournaments, driving up and down the highway, spending long hours at practice fields, spending all the money that you have provided for them to provide the best equipment and training. You have sacrificed so much for these athletes to sit at this table, and we want to thank you and honor you on this day. You know, one of the goals of the athletic department is to impact children in a positive way with hopes of developing them for success in the future. You are watching today because you impacted these athletes in such a way that in their finest moments, they personally wanted to invite you. And I'm willing to guess that you probably gave them the best gift a person can receive. You believed in them. And because of that, we thank you. To our athletes, each of you have your own story of how you made it to this historic day. A story that includes a lot of other folk that were with you along the way. Maybe you were raised by a single parent who worked 2 jobs. Maybe you struggled in school. Maybe someone told you were not good enough. Maybe you simply doubted yourself. Or maybe a teacher, a staff member, a counselor encouraged you to continue to fight and push harder than you thought that you could. Well, this day is for them. This day is for the haters, the naysayers, and the people who said you couldn't do it. This is a day to celebrate, reflect, recharge, and get ready for a new journey and a new challenge. So I want you to understand, guys and gals, in these moments that you feel anxious or insecure, those moments when your college coach may not give you the playing time that you may think you deserve, or maybe you are away from home and you may feel homesick, or your grades are not where they need to be, or you simply just going through times of adversity. I want you to know that those moments shape your character. So I challenge you to embrace the uncomfortable, relish in those moments, and push through, and remember, you can handle anything. I want to leave you with a quote from the late, great Kobe Bryant. He said the most important thing to him was to try and inspire people so they can be great in whatever they do. This was very clear to me when I listened to the stories of millions of people across the world who he influenced and who he inspired by what he stood for. He stood for his work ethic, his character, and determination to be the best in everything that he does. So my charge to you is, what will be your legacy? What do you want to be known for? And how hard are you going to work to obtain that goal when you go away for college? Then I'll end with a question. Are you ready to write the next chapter in your journey? So I have 3 final goals for you. Number 1, from the late John Wooden, it's not what you do, it's how you do it. So be great in everything that you do. You are representing your family, the last name on the back of your jersey, and your community back at home. So be great. Number 2, finish the journey and graduate. And I'm sure your parents may tell you this, but I'm gonna tell you today, that degree is so important. And I don't wanna see you come back in my office, coming back early. I want you to stay out there and I want you to finish, okay? Number 3, come back and give back to Central. Come back and coach, come back and volunteer, and give back to those students who may look up to you and believe in you. That's so important for our youth. So without further ado, I want to introduce our 2021 signees. Going to Cal Poly on a football scholarship, Jacob Jones. Parents Wayne and Cason James.
I'm super excited to go out there, play football, at the highest level. D1 football it's been my dream since I was a kid, and I've always wanted to do it, so I'm really excited to go out there and showcase my skills. I just want to thank my family, my parents, my brothers, my sisters, especially my coaches, Coach Biggs for preparing me for this moment, and Coach Garrick and all my linebackers coaches, Coach Cordell for making me the best possible player I could be. They made me who I am today, and they really honed in on my skills and made me a better player, and they got me where I am right now.
So the first time I met Jacob Jones was at a camp, and he looked like he should have been playing varsity football already. And that was our first introduction to Jacob. And ever since then, he's done nothing but exceed expectations. As soon as I asked him if he wanted to be on JV or varsity football, he did not hesitate and said he wanted to be on varsity, didn't care about playing time, didn't care about anything else except getting better. And he's a warrior in the weight room. He's a warrior in the off season, making himself the best he can for in season. Does everything we ask him to do. There's times we even have to ask him to relax and chill out and take a day off and rest his body, because he just wants to work as hard as he can to be the best that he can. And with that work ethic and with that attitude, there's no doubt in my mind that Jacob is going to go on to Cal Poly and he's going to get his degree and he's going to go do great things, whether it be in Cal Poly, whether it be in back in this community. But Jacob Jones is someone who's going to make this program and this school and this community very proud.
Going to Western Colorado University on a football scholarship, Cason James. Parent Aaron Biggs.
Feels great. It's kind of surreal. I've always wanted to do this since I was little, go play college football somewhere, and I'm very honored and blessed to be doing this. I want to thank my mom and my sister for always, pushing me to be my best, never letting me give up on my dreams. I want to thank my grandparents. They've always been there for me, and they've taught me that life is more than just football. I want to thank my uncle, my aunt for always, stepping up and being there for me and always giving me their love and support. And I want to thank my father, for introducing me to the sport and being there for me and always pushing me to be my best.
Cason James is an offensive lineman that transferred to us, so we haven't had a lot of time with him, but he's near and dear to my heart because he's my nephew. So I've got to watch him grow up from a little baby to the young man he is today, and I couldn't be more proud of him with everything he's gone through. He just keeps fighting. He's determined to make the best out of any situation he's put in. And I know whatever he gets when he goes on to Western, whatever adversity, he's going to be able to handle it. And not only going to be able to handle it, but he's going to come out on the other end much better situation than he went into it. He's got great pride. He's got great work ethic. He's an outstanding young man. I love him. I can't say enough good things about him. And I really hope we get a chance to watch him in the black and orange so he can show our community and our Grizzly Nation, what a tremendous football player he is and what a tremendous young man he is.
Going to San Jose State University on a track and field scholarship, Taylor Lloyd. Parent Ashley Farland.
It's really relieving to know that I have a school picked out in mind, so I don't have to worry about that come my season and I'm not scrambling to find a school. It was really nice, and I'm so thankful for my high school and my college coaches who were able to get me to sign now. The first person that comes to mind is Coach McEwen. We've had a couple of rocky years losing coaches, gaining coaches, but he's been that one that stuck with me. I also want to thank Coach Smith. He was there my freshman year, and only my freshman year, but he was truly the vital foundation for where I got to now. And lastly, I want to thank my newest coach, Coach Duffy. We've only had him for a couple months, but he's been the best coach I could ever ask for. He's been there through thick and thin with us throughout it all during COVID, and I can't thank him enough for it. And I also want to thank my parents, of course, because I obviously want to be here without them pushing me to get here. I'm just super excited to compete for a D1 school because that was my goal all throughout high school and elementary and middle school and playing sports. I wanted to compete at the D1 level, and now I'm finally here, and I'm so thankful for the scholarship I received because that'll take care of a lot, so I don't have to worry about that as well. Spartan up!
This is Coach McEwen. I am one of Central High School's track and field coaches. This is about my 10th year with Central Unified here at the high school. This is my 25th year of coaching track and field for Central Unified. And in those 25 years, it's pretty rare that I come across a student of this caliber. Not only is she one of the best throwers in the Valley, but Taylor Lloyd is also one of the best students of the throwing events. In the last 3 years of coaching her, I've seen her improve dramatically from a young lady who's trying to hit 100 feet to a young lady who's throwing as far as she can, 130, 140 feet. She has truly worked hard, and she has grown from a team member to a team captain to, again, one of the best athletes I've ever had the privilege of coaching. She is going to have a wonderful experience in college with San Jose State. They've seen the same thing I have seen in her, the potential. Every day she comes out and gives it everything she has to be the best thrower she can be, and she also carries that same attitude into the classroom. It has been truly a pleasure and an honor to coach Taylor Lloyd for the last 3 years for Central High School. She is a tremendous person, a tremendous young lady, and a tremendous athlete. Thank you.
Going to Fresno Pacific University on a track and field scholarship, Devin Kelly. Parents, Richard and Valerie Kelly.
I would like to thank my parents for always being there for me and just giving me everything I needed and just encouraging me always. I would like to thank my coaches from track, Coach Reggie, who's been there with me since 3rd grade, Coach Willie, who was my jump coach for triple jump and long jump, and Coach Pulliam for being my strengths coach and always pushing me to do my best. And I would like to thank my soccer coaches, especially CY and Eli, because they were always cool with me, and I just felt like I could have fun around them, but also be serious about my sport. And I would like to thank all my teachers for always just giving me encouragement and always pushing me to do their best in their classes.
Good evening. My name is Coach Reggie Jackson, and I am Assistant Sprints and Jumps Coach at Central East High School. I am pleased to be here to speak on behalf of a young man whom I've coached since the 3rd grade at Harvest Elementary. This young man's name is Devin Kelly. While at Central East, Devin lettered 4 years in track and field, and he also played soccer. In 2017, Devin was a Valley champion, and in 2018, he was a state runner-up in soccer, attaining all these athletic excellences with a 4.0 GPA. Devin is the 4th best triple jumper in Central East history with a jump of 44 feet, 2.5 inches. This was a jump that Devin conducted his 10th grade season, and not being able to compete his 11th grade year due to COVID. So I can assure you his 12th grade year will be much better and much bigger. With all the lofty goals that he has, I'm sure he'll attain them with the hard work he's already put in. I'm so proud of Devin for the man that he's become. He is an excellent student athlete and has been instilled great Christian values by his parents, Richard Kelly and Valerie Kelly. Devin has lofty goals, and I'm sure that the school that he chooses, Fresno Pacific, he will be a great asset to your team. Congratulations, Devin. You deserve it.
Also going to Fresno Pacific University, Abe Tephra. Parents, Tephra Balete and Garnett Nagasi.
it feels great to, be able to run for Fresno Pacific. It's been a tough decision, but I think I'm happy with it, and I'm excited for the future and what's to come. I want to thank my family for always supporting me, and then next for that, my friends, always made the practices and everything fun. Made me want to come back every day and just practice with the team, my teammates. And also want to thank my coach I've been with her since I was in 6th grade. That's the first time I met her, so it's been really awesome for her to be able to coach me for that long. And it's just been a blessing that she's been able to coach me and guide me through this process all along. Go Sunbirds.
It's my great pleasure to talk to you today about one of our outstanding cross-country athletes, Abe Tephra. Abe is truly very passionate about distance running. He's been running for a very long time and has always looked to push himself to the next level. He has been a leader by setting a great example for his fellow teammates and putting in, for some weeks, over 60 miles per week of mileage. He was a part of our varsity boys Valley Championship team, which made it to the state championship for the first time as a team in the history of Central Cross Country. And also, as I mentioned, in 2019, he was one of the pivotal players in our Valley Championship in 2019 for Division III. Abe comes from a family with a great tradition of outstanding distance runners, and that shows in the record books. The Tephra family has basically rewritten the record books for Central Cross Country and also track and field. Abe is currently ranked number 2 all time in the 5K, which is the most commonly raced distance in cross country. And he's also ranked number 2 in the 1600 for track and field and number 3 in the 3200. That's also after not being able to compete in 2020 for the track and field season, of course. Abe has consistently shown great effort. He leads by example, and he's always looking for ways to better himself, to push himself. And he's been so consistent and disciplined and working hard and eating well, doing all of those things that are required to be successful in our sport. And it has truly been a pleasure to be a part of his journey as an outstanding distance runner. His passion is really infectious, and he really pushes his teammates to really just to improve and to strive to always do their best, and he leads by example. I am very proud of AB and all that he's been able to accomplish in his time here at Central as a Grizzly in track and in cross country. And AB he is Fresno Pacific bound. He has signed for a scholarship with Fresno Pacific, where we have no doubt that he will go on to do outstanding, amazing things in the area of distance running in both track and cross country. So we're so proud of you, AB. We will be cheering you on, and on behalf of all of your track and cross country coaches, congratulations, and we wish you all of the best. So just go get them.
Going to Fresno State on a soccer scholarship, Jade Beard, parent Rachel Beard.
I'm very excited to finally be playing D1 soccer because I committed junior year, so I've just been waiting for this moment. And I just want to thank my coaches and family who have got me this far. I really want to thank my mom for being my day one supporter and coming to every game with me and just always keeping me on my toes, working on new things. Shout out, Mom. I'm just super thankful to be at this spot, and not a lot of people get here, so very excited and thankful for this opportunity.
Hi, I'm Alex, and I'm the head varsity coach at Central High School. I'm here to congratulate Jade Beard for signing to Fresno State and continuing her career at the next level. Jade's been with our program for about 4 years, and since a freshman, she won Rookie of the Year. A couple things that I think about when I think about Jade is determination, hard work, and passion, and those things are definitely evident through the way that she practices and plays in games. Even right now, with uncertain times, she continues to strive to be the best player that she can be by working on her own in preparation for the season and her college career. It's exciting that we have a great player here in the Valley to stay. Congratulations, Jade, and go Dogs.
And last but not least, on a football scholarship, Jaden Bonds, parent Miranda White.
By saying I'm very thankful for all the coaches that ever coached me. I want to thank my supporters and my brothers and my family especially. It's been a long journey. I'm truly blessed to be given the talent that I have. And with that being said, I'm going to further my education at Black Hills State University.
Jaden came to us as a transfer also. He came to us over the summer. Hasn't had a lot of time with the program because of all the adversity we've had to go through and the ups and downs of our season so far. But he's done everything we asked him to do. He's a very hard worker. He's a very quiet young man. He's a very determined young man. And I know when he sets his mind to something, he is going to accomplish that. I've learned that in the short amount of time I've had with Jaden. His future is very bright. He's a very good young man, very hardworking young man. And when he sets his mind to something like getting his college degree, I know he's going to do it. So I couldn't be more prouder of Jaden for coming in and being a champion, even though he's only been with us for a short time. And I wish him the best of luck and getting his degree and getting his education paid for.
I want to close by saying thank you to everyone involved in the success of these athletes. Athletes, congratulations and best of luck to you next year. And we can't wait to see you wearing your new colors. Wherever you are, I want you to lean in and make some noise and give it up for the 2021 signees. Thank you and have a great day.